Allah, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Rakam Kadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Allah, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Rakam Kadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders, great millstone, rule well, and peace and salutations to the house of David, the late man pushing his truth and faith and sincerity. It's the brother Yitazakah coming back at you with another quick listen through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shabbat Kodash. I pray that this lesson is edifying. Alright. And I don't have any precept really. I have a few in my mind. Lord willing, if the spirit allows, I bring out what I can, what the spirit allows me to bring out, But I'm gonna just read this article, and bring out whatever scriptures I can with it. But it caught my spirit, sparked my spirit, to do a lesson on this. It says Trump calls for war against Mexican drug cartel monsters after Americans murdered. And this is really like a precursor to Esau waging war on you Israelites, man. Because this is Esau waging war on you Israelites, because Esau looks at so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indian as monsters, man, as criminals, as thugs, as gangsters, as he pretty much defines all of us as monsters, and that's why these so-called Mexican drug cartelmen are so to speak monsters, which we know that the CIA and the federal government works hand in hand with the drug cartel. There's no secret, but they call Jake's monsters. Would you Edomites, you're really the true monsters, man. All right, you just you just stole oil from Syrian oil fields, man. All right, by force, man. You just pretty much just straight up robbed them, man. Kill innocent people, man. This is what you Edomites do. You're monsters, man. All right, look at your whole history, man. Your track record, Jake on some low level shit, man. All right, compared to you devils. All right, but let's read this. It says, President Trump on Tuesday offered U.S. assistance as he called on Mexico to wage war against the country's murderous drug cartel monsters in response to the brutal killing of multiple Americans a day earlier. He want to wage war on the drug cartel, which is Israelites. All right, but you don't want to wage war on your own people when they kill, when these Edomites kill people in the land of in America. They're going mass shootings out here, mass shooting sprees. Salakia, brothers. It's Salakia, brother. Salakia. I can't remember exactly where I left off at, so I'm just gonna read back from the top. Okay, they say President Trump on Tuesday offered U.S. assistance as he called on Mexico to wage war against the country's murderous drug cartel monsters, quote, in response to the brutal killing of multiple Americans a day earlier. You so-called white people, man, y'all do brutal killings all the time, man. Not excusing this behavior, by these so-called Mexicans, these drug cartel members, if they did do it, whatever, like but still you so-called white people have some nerve to call somebody monsters, and that's really how you get down. Or you truly are the monster. It's well, let's get the word monster. Let's get that. I looked that up before, and it defines you so-called white people. Okay. Ooh, we. All right. Yeah. All right, monster. And an inhumanely cruel or wicked person. That's you so-called white people, man. All right. You're a cruel and wicked person. You are the wicked. All right. You're inhumane. It says a person, typically a child who is rude or badly behaved. That's you so-called white people, man. Children are their oppressors. You know, those who are younger than I. All right, this you so-called white people, man. All right. It says a thing or animal that is excessively dauntingly large, a congenitally malformed or mutant animal or plant, and that's you so-called white people, man. All right, nothing but beasts. All right, animals. All right, so let's go back to the article. It says if Mexico needs or requests help in cleaning out these monsters. Oh my goodness, bro. You know, see, Esau don't have no problem putting Jake to death, man. All right, that's what we try to tell you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. Esau, the so-called white man, he hates you, man. All right, he would gladly take it upon himself to put you niggas to death. No questions asked. You know, he don't need a reason. All right, he don't need a reason, but if you give him a reason, he's ready to go. All right, that's just gonna justify him putting you to death. You know, he's ready for it. It says, if Mexico needs or requests help in cleaning out these monsters, the United States stands ready, willing, and able to get involved and do the job quickly and effectively, Trump tweeted. The great new president of Mexico has been this. So like the great new president of Mexico has made this a big issue, but the cartels have become so large and powerful that you sometimes need an army to defeat an army. And you know he want to bring the army in on you, so-called. Look, this is not even in America, man. You got actual so-called white supremacists doing mass shootings here in America, killing people, man. You know, where's the army for these motherfuckers, man? All right. It says officials say at least 6 children and 3 women, apparently all U.S. citizens living in the community of Americans in Mexico, were gunned down after their convoy came under fire during a daylight ambush. Monday, 6 children were found alive, 5 of whom have been taken to the hospital in Phoenix, Arizona. One child is currently missing. One child is currently missing, and authorities are searching the mountainous area on the Sonora Chihuahua border for the child. Look at this. These Edomites, you know, need I say more? All right, need I say more? You know, Kahala Yabashim outside. You know, it says those attacked were members of Lee Barron family, a well-known American clan who has lived in the community in northern part of the country for decades, according to the New York Times. The attack targeted citizens who live in a community founded as a part of an offshoot of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Yeah, so fucking Mormons, man. All right. This was really a direct hit from Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you Edomites, man. All right. Run to your folks. Why didn't Jesus Christ save you, Edomites, man? All right. Why y'all gotta call the army to wage war? Shouldn't Jesus Christ be fighting against the forces of evil for you Edomites, man? All right, you Edomites are a joke, man. It says, this is the time for Mexico, with the help of the United States, to wage war on the drug cartels and wipe them off the face of the earth. Wow. You see this? You see this? Esau wanna completely destroy you, you jakes, man. He said they wanna wipe you off the face of the earth, man. All right. Scriptures say, if Yahweh Shem Yahshua was to continue to let this go on, no flesh would be saved. All right. And this devil, man, he wants to completely obliterate you jakes, man. All right. He said he want to take you off the face of the earth, man. You know. It says President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador. Which, why the fuck you don't want to take the Ku Klux Klan from off the face of the earth? These niggas been killing niggas for over hundreds of years, man. For over 100 years, you know, in the name of white supremacy, man. All right, you see, you Edomites, man. You complete hypocrites, man. All right, you complete hypocrites. You know, and Yahabashim Mashiach, he's gonna destroy you from off the face of the earth. That said Isaiah the 34th chapter, man. You know, Amos the 9th chapter, which the sinful kingdom is talking about Israel. Okay, but ultimately, you can apply that to America now. It says President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador refused that approach, however, saying at a Tuesday news conference, the worst thing you can have is war. We declared war and it didn't work, Lopez Obrador said, referring to the policies of previous administrations. This is not an option. Trump has repeatedly raised concerns about levels of gang violence and drug-related crime in Mexico, particularly as it relates to securing the U.S.-Mexico border. Yeah, and that's the only, so-called front that Esau can use to try to justify him building this damn wall, man. You know, Salakia. It says the two countries have stepped up cooperation on their front over the summer, with asylum seekers being returned to Mexico to await hearings, while Mexico has also increased its troop presence on both its northern and southern borders. Early reports indicated the tragedy could have been a case of mistaken identity, but recent history also raises the possibility that the Barron family was the intended target. Only a decade ago, two members of the family opposed to local drug trafficking groups were kidnapped and murdered. Yeah, because what scriptures tell you, strive not in the matter that concern thee not, man. You Edomites, you always in somebody else's business, man. When you need to worry about your own damn shit. All right, that's why a lot. This a prime example right here. Donald Trump. You got America going up in flames, man. Literally, you got California on fire right now. This nigga want to talk about waging war on Mexican drug cartels, nigga. You need to wage war in your own country, man. The fuck? You need to handle problems in your own country. It says Mexico's Federal Department of Security and Citizens Protection said security forces were reinforced with National Guard, Army, and state police troops in the area following the reports about the disappearance and aggression against several people. The troops were searching for missing community members believed to include 11 children or more. Let's see. Let's go here. Okay, it says Mexican's president hasn't taken the threat seriously, and innocent American lives have been lost again. You know, but when a Issachar right get put to death at the border, you know what I'm saying? It's not a big uprise like this, man. You know, so-called Mexicans die every day at that border, man, and in ICE detention centers, man. I ain't no big uproar. Was they not innocent, so to speak? Which we know no one was innocent, but there's no big uproar about it when Jake get put to death, man. Now it's a big uproar when these stinking Edomites get put to death. All right. It says the Mexican government must partner with U.S. intelligence and law enforcement agencies to wage a full-scale offensive against these butchers, he said. Senator Mitt Romney, that devil, Republican Utah, whose own father was born a Mormon. Settlement in Mexico also extended his condolences for the victims and called for the U.S. to get involved. It's crazy, man. Our prayers are with their families. Yeah, you praying to Satan, all right? And those families, they're going to be faced with death regardless of how you want to look at it, regardless of what kind of war you want to wage, you know? It says, our prayers are with the families who have suffered such an unspeakable tragedy. The U.S. must work with Mexican officials to hold accountable those responsible for this senseless violence. You know, so Esau ready to wage war on you Israelites, man. All right, this shit not even in America. These niggas ready to wage war on you Israelites, man. All right, Esau be looking for a reason to put you Israelites to death. That's what that's what we repeatedly tell you Israelites, man. You think we just come at you? We just talk about Esau for no damn reason? No, this nigga hates you, man. He hates you. He wants to kill you, man. He wants to kill you. Any chance he get, he ready to put you to death, man. You know, these niggas they say they want to wage war. Meanwhile, you got war being waged between Syria, Iran, you know, China, Russia, you know, big countries, man. Some of my whole country's war has been waged with, but they putting that to the side to wage war on you Israelites, man. That's how much Esau feel about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. He wants to kill you. He hates you. Well, it told you in the article he want to wipe you off the face of the earth. Let's read this. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars, and this is us hearing of wars right here, man. You know, a war. He said that we should wage war on the Mexican drug cartels, which he said wage war on these monsters, which monsters is code word for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. All right. Because that's how these so-called white people look at you, man. They look at you like monsters. You know, it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So ultimately, war must happen for the end to come. All right. We know that we're coming into the time of the end within what? Esau is gonna make a mass move on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians to put you to death, man. He's gonna completely try to obliterate you, man. He's gonna completely try to swallow you up, man. Literally devour you, man. It says, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, for nation shall rise against nation. All right. And kingdom against kingdom, which nation rising against nation. That's Esau rising against Jake, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. All right, Edom versus Israel. You know, it says kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Salakia. All these are the beginning of sorrows, man. That's what time we're coming into. We're coming to the time of great sorrows, man. All right. Why? Because Esau is finna get ready to roll on you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. He's not gonna show you no mercy either, man. He's not gonna show you no mercy, man. He's gonna completely try to kill you, completely try to destroy the whole nation, man. All right. Let me see if I can find that. I think it's Jeremiah 31. Salakia. Bear with me, brothers. Okay, we're gonna read right here. Okay, let's get this. Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 22. As the host of heaven cannot be numbered, neither the sand of the sea measured, so I'll multiply the seed of David, my servant, and the Levites that minister unto me. Speaking about Israel. Moreover, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, came to Jeremiah, saying, considerest thou not what this people have spoken, saying the two families which the Lord, Yahweh Shai, have chosen, speaking of the southern and northern kingdom, okay? The nation of Israel. He have even cast them off. Thus they have despised my people. And that's these Edomites, man. They despise the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indian. Why? Because they feel like the Heavenly Father's not dealing with us no more, man. All right. So they feel like they could just do whatever the hell they want to do with us. Well, really, they could just wipe us out and they can step up and be the children of God. You know? Yeah, we could just get rid of them and just they gotta just start dealing with us. You know? That they should be no more nation before them. Yeah, that's literally what these Edomites want to do. They want to wipe Jake completely off the face of the earth. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shall my covenant be not with day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinances of heaven and earth, which look, man, day and night, and it ain't gonna come into no day where it's not day or night, man. All right, every day you see the sun shining, every time you see the moon shining, it's a day and night. That's every damn day. Okay." It says, "Then will I cast away the seed of Jacob." So Yahweh is not finna cast away the nation of Israel. "And David my servant, so that I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for I will cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them." Yeah, so Yahweh in other words, is not finna do away with Israel, man. Regardless of what you Edomites think, all right? You Edomites just think you're going to be able to wipe out the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indian, man. That's not happening, man. Yahweh is not going to allow that, man. All right? Let's go back to Matthew 24. Let's read down. Select, yeah. Let's go to 21. All right, this is Matthew 24 and 21. "For then shall be great tribulation." When is then? All right, when is then? Because it's speaking about 70 AD, but ultimately you can apply this to now, man. All right, because it's going to be great tribulation. Why? Because the so-called white man, which represents the nation of Edom, okay, is going to roll on you Israelites, man, with a harsh fierceness, man. Are they gonna try to they're gonna try to completely obliterate you, man? All right. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." And what time is that? Let's get that. Let's get that. Jeremiah 37. It's Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it." All right, we just read about that in Matthew the 24th chapter. "It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And who is he? Who is he? That's that remnant. You know, let's get this real quick. Because we read about how, well, really, we know that the nation of Israel is in semblance to the sand and the sea, you know, and the stars of heaven, you know, which Esau is going to try to completely do away with him so he can get his birthright back, you know. This Isaiah 10 and 22, "For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return." Right. So the remnant is the he that's gonna be saved out of that great tribulation. All right, when Esau rose, you know, it says the assumption decree shall overflow with the righteousness, you know. So ultimately, Yahweh Shem Shai is gonna deliver some of the nation of Israel, you know, from this devil, man. All right, when he makes his move, you know. Let's go here to 5. It's Isaiah 10 and 5. "O Assyrian, the rod of my anger," which is speaking about you so-called white people. So ultimately, you know, these so-called white people so angry and so hell-bent on destroying Jake because this is the Heavenly Father's anger. This is the Heavenly Father, you know, bringing judgment upon Jake for, you know, breaking his covenant, you know, for being disobedient toward the God of their fathers, man. You know, it says, "O Syrian, the rod of my anger and the staff of their hand in their hand is my indignation." Yeah, the staff that's in their hand is my indignation. You know, saying we need to wage war on these monsters, these drug cartels, which that's AKA code for the so-called Latinos and Hispanics, man. All right, which is AKA code for bring destruction upon Israel. You know, "I will set him against an hypocritical nation," which the hypocritical nation is nation of Israel. You know, because it tell you about that in Jeremiah the 5th chapter about how they overpass the deeds of the wicked. You know, it says, "And against the people of my wrath, which the Heavenly Father is bringing wrath upon the nation of Israel," man. Tell you about that in 1 Peter the 4th chapter, man. How you gonna begin at his sanctuary? You know, "I will give him a charge to take the spoil, to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the streets." Yeah, so this ultimately Yahweh Shemashah allowing this to happen, man. All right. Him to tread down Jake like this, man. All right. The wrath that these Edomites coming with is ultimately Yahweh Shem Shai's wrath, man. All right. But it's letting you know that these devils, okay, these devils have no well intent for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. You know, let's go back to Matthew 24 and 22. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. Why? Because if you continue to let this devil continue to go on, man, he gonna wipe out everybody, man. Say he want to wipe you niggas off the face of the earth, man. All right. And he feel about that about all you Israelites. You so-called Seminole Indians, you so-called Native Indians, you so-called Puerto Ricans, so-called Guatemalans, all right? So-called Panamanians, you so-called Cubans, all right? You so-called Argentinians, all right? And he feel that about all you. He want to wipe all your ass off the face of the earth, man. You know? It says, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. The elect, that's the remnant that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to allow to be delivered from this devil, although he going to roll, you know. See if it's something else. I think that was pretty much it on this. Salakia. Yeah, this is it. That's it. Let's see what else I want to get. Let's get this in Ezekiel 21. I'm finna get ready to wrap it up. Like I said, I ain't had none. I was just rolling in spirit. This is Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 9. Son of man, prophecy and say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. And that's the so-called white man. All right. Tell you about that in Psalms the 17th chapter, man. Deliver me from thy sword, which is the wicked. From the wicked, which is thy sword. You know, the staff of indignation. You know, the rod of him father's anger, which is the so-called white man. You know. It said it is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter, man. All right, Esau ready to, man, he said ready to bring the army in on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. Esau ready to put you niggas to death, man. You know. It is furbished that it make glitters. Should we then make Murphy? Yeah, so why you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians think it's a damn game out here, man? Esau not playing with you, man. It contempt of the rod of my son is every tree. And he have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened and is also furbished to give into the hand of the slayer. Esau is the slayer, man. All right. Esau created that glittering sword, which is the ICBM nuclear missiles, man. But ultimately, you know, Esau is a sword himself, man. Or he's a threshing instrument on the left-hand side. All right. What to bring judgment upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. You know. He's the slayer, okay? Esau not playing with you niggas, man. All right? So you niggas think it's a game, so Esau roll on your ass. Then you gonna find out that a prophet has been among you, man. All right? So let's get this. We're gonna wrap it up. Ooh. Let's go right here. Let me see. Okay, yeah, we're gonna start right here. This is Jeremiah 18:22. Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. And that's when Esau was their troop, man. Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna bring Esau upon you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. Your ass gonna be crying. All right. Why? Because he gonna run in your house like a madman sparing none. All right. He not gonna spare none of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. All right, he putting men, women, babies, children, all to death. You know, if you're an Israelite, he finna try to slaughter you. You know, he gonna try to slay you. You know, it says, "Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them, for they have digged a pit to take me and hid snares for my feet." And this Jeremiah ultimately, cursing you niggas, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, because y'all try to curse the prophets and persecute the prophets for telling you, for giving you the heads up on what kind of devil you dealing with, man. You know. Verse 23 says, Yet, Lord Yahweh Shemashah, thou knowest all their counsel against me to slay me. And ultimately, you can apply this to the so-called white man. All right, just like you can apply it to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians who want to persecute uh, the prophets. You know, ultimately, Esau trying to persecute you and slay you. All right. It says, Forgive not their iniquity, neither blot out their sin from thy sight, but let them be overthrown before thee. Does deal thus with them in the time of thine anger. And Yahweh Shem Yahshua, gonna deal with you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. All right. And how is he gonna deal with you? He gonna send Esau on your ass, man. All right, that's Slayer. All right. So that's it, man. I pray through the spirit and prophet Yahweh Shem Yahshua. This was edifying. I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakal Kadash, the Ma'arna to the apostle and elders, a great millstone rule well. And peace and salutations to the house of David. Shalom to the elect.